Check.
Check. Shout out to my barbers and shout out to all my stylists. We are Beards and Baldheads. Your host, Fat Lace. I got the Soul Survivor Barry to the right of me. Another Monday, B. We are blessed.
Another one, yeah.
We are blessed to be here.
Yes, sir.
No complaints at all. Shout out to everybody on the check-in early. I got to give a big shout to two of some of my favorite people on the other side. We got Ghost on the other side. We got DJ Smooth P on the other side. He wants me to get my
cuts and builds.
My cuts and builds, B.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that 5 in the morning, though, man.
Woo. Every morning?
Every morning. They do it a lot. Salute to y'all who are out there in the gym. They say it's about, 50 days till summer?
Yeah.
I'm hearing that. About 50 days till summer.
Got
So
about a good month before the official start of summer, which we call Memorial Day.
that's the official.
That's what we called it. You know, that's not the actual day. I think it's June 20th.
But I know pools open around that time.
Yeah, pretty much. Everything starts to open up. The parks and amusement parks and stuff like that.
Barbecues and all that's going to be rocking around that time.
The beaches open around that time.
I'm just trying to. You out go? Okay. I'm just trying to be tank top ready, y'all. Like I feel like I'm tank top ready, but I ain't that sexy right. I ain't ab ready.
Okay.
I'm like, you can hug me and feel me a little bit, but nah, I don't know. We gonna see how it do, man. Shout out to all the barbers and stylists out there. It's about that time right now, B, that everybody's getting super fly, speaking of them barbers and them stylists, because it's prime time coming up, and I had to speak to a few of my peoples about the prime. Shout out to everybody that's on my group chat. Can y'all stop getting on the group chat and start watching the show? I need y'all to watch the show right now. Seth Toya, everybody. I need y'all to focus. Come in, y'all. Peace to everybody. If I don't see y'all on the check-in, make sure you'll drop a line. Let me know that y'all in here. Peace to Miss Willis on the check-in. We see you. So, yeah, B, we got a lot of stuff that's going on. It's prime time coming on. And that's when people get all beautified and all that stuff looking real sharp. We got the barbers make a lot of money.
Yes.
The hairstylists making a lot of money.
The seamstress making a lot of money.
Seamstress, you get a point for seamstress right there.
Yeah.
Now, y'all, B, I was having a conversation with a few people today, and, where we're from, the prom is everything. Is it an official holiday? Almost?
I remember it being a big day for me. That was a long time ago. I know it's probably way more now, but it's a rite of passage, I should say, a quote unquote going into adulthood.
That's what it is.
Yeah, because it's that night you're pretty much your curfew's off.
Breaking it down for me.
Parents are starting to understand what might happen tonight.
Ooh, okay.
And they're some parents are kind of letting it go down if it goes down. Some parents are like, nah, you right when it's over, you need to come on home.
You ain't going to Wildwood.
Yeah. Nah, you're not going to Wildwood. Y'all ain't going nowhere. You coming home.
Coming right home.
Depends. It depends on your family, but I think it's a big day for a lot of people. Well, like my nephew's going to the prom this year.
Okay.
My sister put out a thing that she wants us all to come see him off. So, yeah, it's a big deal.
Thank you for explaining that. And I was trying to understand, like, culturally, was it a difference? I got an uncle who worked in Scotch Plains. Mm-hmm. And I was asking him, like, was it a difference between the white people out there and the black people out here, or even just in Scotch Plains alone? And he was saying, as far as it comes to, like, the clothing, he said they kind of simple.
Yeah.
They weren't as extravagant as it is where we're from.
Right.
And we're more of a black community.
But that's, I think, when it comes to the dressing of it, is I think that's just a different type of fashion compared to the fashion that they wear.
Okay.
Like you know, when we go to church, you can see hints of what people really want to get down. If you ever been to a church with white people, their dress is simple.
No doubt.
Their suits are simple.
No doubt.
They're not really trying to impress.
Well, we got our Sunday's best on.
All different colors and everything like that, because that's
Big hats.
That's the tradition of Southern churches.
No doubt.
You put on your best to go to church. In a lot of white churches, you don't even have to put on dress clothes. I'm not saying any church you have to, but
I feel what you're saying.
You accepted to come in with jeans. I'm seeing it a lot more now. But
Yeah.
when I was young, going to church with jeans was unheard of.
Unheard of. Gotta have them hard bottoms.
But now you get a lot of younger congregations, and they're allowing the people that they say come as you are.
No doubt. No doubt. So I'm asking one of my coworkers, and I'm asking her. She's younger than me, and I said, when you went to prom, was it a big deal as far as dresses and everything? She said not so much. She's like, dresses a little bit, but when it comes to hair, nails, and she's white, she was like, and getting tanned. I said, whoa, that's something different. I never knew about getting a tan.
That's definitely, yes.
But the spending money on getting beautified,
right?
That is still common. I don't care what race, whatever. They spending that money that weekend or that for that day. I mean, it's a big deal. When it comes to hair, my uncle was saying they had something at his school, and where you had to leave. In order to go to the prom, you had to be in school until 12 o'clock.
Yes.
And it's a hard time sometimes for women to get hair appointments for that day to be ready by a certain time for the prom. And he told his one parent, you can't go. Well, you have to be here until 12.
Right.
He said he got a call from the governor's office.
I could see that.
From the governor's office. Said somebody from Scotch Plains was in charge, was in the governor's office acting at the time, saying, no, they can go and leave school. That's crazy.
I don't understand the rule of why they can't leave. I mean,
piece of Steph Jones.
I don't understand why you would say you have to go to school at least a half a day to go to the prom, when you know for some of these women it takes hours for them to do their hair. So you're really cutting them short as far as preparation, because they have to rush. Well, I remember coming to school. Girls were coming to school with their hair done, all wrapped up.
Wrapped up, yes.
Some of them, would leave early, but most of them came to school with their do-rags and their scarves on, because their hair was already set.
And it's already at that time where they could sweat it out. Right. So they like, nah, I got to keep it right.
Sleep, I remember girls sleeping with their neck up. Sleeping with trying to find ways not to mess their hair up the night before, because they didn't really have enough time. Now, I guess I'm gonna sound like, I don't want to sound like I'm, being on a racial thing, but I don't think it takes the white girls that long to get their hair set.
You know what? It depends.
Well, some of them have style that they do.
Yeah, some of them do have those styles. It definitely depends. Because I looked that up today. I'm like, and it had the hairstyles. I was like, oh, no, that's fancy right there.
Yeah.
And it had the white girls' hairstyles, had the black girls' hairstyles.
They fancy too.
Yeah, they fancy too. When they want to get fancy, yes, they do.
I think their hair stay intact a little easier. Something tells me it does.
That humidity ain't frizzing.
Something tells me
it ain't frizzing them the same.
A little bit longer, but yeah.
I got you.
I think the hair thing is universal for everybody, even bring the Hispanics in.
Yes.
Hair is the big deal.
Hair is a big deal. Day. Yes, it is.
I think we go a little bit more with the vehicles.
Now
I
you're
think
right.
We go a little bit further with the vehicles. I think because normally when I'm seeing my white friends growing up, they all got limos.
And this is what I'm hearing.
They all got limos.
They mostly got limos.
And I realize now why they got the limos, because they wanted to get drunk.
In the limo.
They wanted to just get drunk.
Yes.
And now you don't have to drive.
True indeed.
Because thinking about it, after the prom is when you're like, damn.
I want to get right.
Now, so I think, the limo thing is traditional. Most people now don't want limos no more.
A lot of people don't. Are we spending too much money in our community? And this is where I was thinking about it earlier. I'm like, damn, some people spend more money on and prioritize the prom more than their own graduation.
100%. There's a people that I know that was going to the prom that probably might not have graduated. It was on the verge of not graduating, but they had to get to that prom.
But they had their prom. They had the colors out, and I'm all for celebration.
Yeah,
I'm all for it. I'm looking at these ones in the corner. I'm like, man, they got the coordination going on with the yellow and the black and the silver. Beautiful. Now we're looking in the left-hand corner. They got the red and the black. And I'm like, that red car, do you really have? It might be some kind of fancy sports car. I thought I was the man. I remember having a, what was it? What kind of drop top? A Sebring. Had the drop top Sebring. I don't even think they make Sebrings no more.
Nice.
But I had one of them because it had it 2 years prior. I thought I was the man. I had a drop top. Not knowing girls don't want to get their hair messed up.
Not at all.
That day. I thought I was going to drop the top. She said, nah. Not today. We not doing that.
Shoot, I think I had a Fifth Avenue.
What's a Fifth Avenue?
It's a Caddy.
Oh, yeah, the Caddy. Oh, Cadillac.
But it was a short dog.
Okay.
But that was big for me. I was like, well, cool. But now they written Lamborghinis and stuff.
Yo, Lamborghini. I'm like, yo, who is co-signing for this? Who is go-funding for these proms and the money that they spending? I'm like, it is. I want to say ridiculous, but you just said it's a rites of passage almost. Is it worth it?
That's the prom itself, but not the accessories. Is what?
Yes,
that's different.
And I'm like, is it getting out of hand?
Yeah,
Has it been out of hand?
I think it's been out of hand. I don't think it's gonna ever go back.
No,
I think it's gonna just get more and more.
And it's
only. You got to think. I mean, it's always been quote unquote out of hands to some people.
Yeah.
Because you think about, we look at Cosby Show when Theo wanted to get the helicopter.
Bam, there you go.
Right? So that go to show you, even back then, people was trying to be like, look at me.
Look at me.
I'm coming in. Like, this is the intro. I'm coming in.
No doubt.
Like, everybody thinking of creative ways to arrive. You know, I think one year somebody came in on a float.
Yeah.
Playing for high.
Yeah.
One year somebody had.
Really had the float.
Somebody had a boat on a flatbed.
Had a boat on a flatbed.
Yeah, they coming in on a boat. Like it's been a lot of stuff.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, horse and
Piece
carriage.
Of Keisha on the check. Yeah, I seen the horse and carriage and all that.
I seen somebody pull up with a beat down hoopty. Like, like they stepped out, was clean, but the car was beat up. Like, I guess, you know what I'm saying?
Just trying to have something different to show out.
It's just like, look at me. So I get all of that.
I thought I was the man in my 8th grade prom. It was in the gym. It was at Hubbard. And until recently, someone said, yeah, you got that limo from Junkins, right? And I'm like, the funeral home. I was like, hold up. Don't mess up my joy from my 8th grade prom time. I had a good time.
8th grade prom, man, we got dropped off. And that wasn't extravagant at all.
Mine's, we was riding all through the projects, all on the west. We went to Spring Lake Park. Had a good time. Salute to that family. That family.
Yeah, no doubt.
Y'all had us there. Man. Yo, the Bob. So, man, salute to y'all. Y'all have a safe time at the prom when y'all do have it. Shout to all them barbers that's going to be making that money.
Yeah.
Shout to all them stylists that's going to be making it. Parents who are watching, look, do not go in debt for the prom. That's all I am saying.
You can forget that.
Because they treating it like it's the Met Gala.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone, y'all do not have the Jay-Z and Beyonce money to look like Temu can get you close.
They spending a lot of money on something they're not gonna wear again. It's almost like a wedding dress.
Damn.
A lot of them get those dresses made and all of that, and then they never put them on again.
Damn.
And like I said, but I understand prom is only one time.
And get pictures, and they live forever.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say, if you got the money or whatever, if you ain't going, like you said, if you ain't going in debt, go for it.
Go for it. Do what you do.
Rock out.
Do what you do, and look good doing it. You some people can have all the money and still look terrible at what they do, man. We've been talking about this family for a while. They got the new movie out, the Michael Jackson movie. Dope movie if y'all didn't see it. I'm tired of hearing the backlash and slander because it's all coming out. But some of these stories is kind of good, man. Sad story. Might be fake news, but you want to read that, B?
Jermaine Jackson's barber arrested for the bullshit he does with his head. Yeah, I mean, that's been a subject for years.
For years.
Like, we don't know what Jermaine's been doing. But his hair always looks like he put wax in it.
And tar.
Yeah,
Like
it's I don't know. It's hard to look at. It don't look. It looked like a piece, like he just a hat.
I'm wondering how much money do you have that no one is telling you,
Ah man.
yo, your hair look crazy.
But he's had to see the jokes. Are they that detached from the world? For they
No,
don't-
I heard yo, there's some real ones in the Jackson family.
Yeah,
Like,
so they don't-
like
they
how do
don't-
you get out of your house? Like, yo, come on, pops.
Yeah, like
Come on,
yeah. I guess somebody have to say something. Maybe like you said, nobody's ever said anything to him. Cause I gotta say, out of all the family members, he looks the weirdest at this.
He
point,
does.
at this point in time.
He does.
But-
I don't
but
get
he,
it.
But like I said, he been like that for a long time. But we had that song "Don't Take It Personal." He ain't had that dude.
What he had back then?
He had like a. What
He-
had? It
did
was
he
like
had a
It was
cur-
like a fadish, but it wasn't that right there. It wasn't that mean to merciless. Whatever he got on the top of his head. It was
Peace,
something
peace for
different.
brother Saab. Yo, it's the way they wearing it is just. But the Jacksons always started getting some weird little curls. They couldn't just have a regular
Yeah.
Jerry. It's like they
Yeah.
wanted like the little, not wavy. What would you call like noodle-ish kind of curlish?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I don't even know. They Jerry was different than the other ones.
It was definitely different. It was it didn't look natural at all.
Nah, it didn't even look like the natural Jerry curl. Even though knew it was activator,
Right.
it was different. I don't know, man. It's we're seeing all these things that's coming out about the Jackson families. Seeing all the Diana Rosses.
Yeah.
I'm like, I ain't know Dirty Diana was about.
He
Her?
claimed it wasn't, but I don't know. People still in arguments about that. It wasn't about her. It was about her. It wasn't about her. I'm like,
I'm watching the Wiz the other day with Malcolm, and
mhm.
and the next day, I'm like, I see something with the Wiz, and it says, they didn't want her in the movie. They wanted Stephanie Mills, and then they paid. But then somehow she finagled her way in and said, I can get Michael Jackson in this movie.
Okay.
And now they all together.
But
I don't know.
no, I mean, I think it was more Barry Gordy's, like, not Barry Gordy, but
Quincy
Quincy
Jones.
Jones is like, I'm working with these artists. I'm gonna put these artists in.
Want to put them out there.
But not so much out there, but I want to put them in this movie instead of Stephanie Mills. Stephanie Mills was in the play,
She was, yes.
but when they did the production, it was mostly like you had two Motown people starring it,
Did?
and then but yeah, Quincy did a lot with Mike, so Mike getting in the movie was not probably Diana's doing. He was gonna be in it, but he probably wanted Diana in it. So just Stephanie Mills just wasn't Diana Ross as far as the name.
Nah, wasn't.
So,
It wasn't.
Man, and then think about it now, looking back at it, I don't know if I could see Stephanie Mills playing that part.
So this is the thing. So I couldn't see it, but then they say, well, Diana Ross looked like she was 30 years old. So how are we gonna sell this older woman in this movie? Also, they were saying, I feel like I got the tea, y'all. So they talk about how Stephanie Mills was Michael Jackson's girlfriend.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She's on. I was watching, I think, on Vlad or something. Like, no, that was my boyfriend, right?
Okay.
There. So I'm like, if y'all was romantically involved, now they talking about this Diana Ross and all that. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean,
Get
that's
a little
always
sticky.
Miss Stephanie Mills always said she had a problem with that. The fact that she wasn't in the movie. That was always.
And so
and
now,
the song "Home" was her song.
so now it's starting to set a little bit clearer
Mm-hmm.
for why it didn't happen, y'all. So with some little mess behind. They say don't be like the Cosbys. Well, they say y'all think y'all the Cosby. You never hear to say y'all think y'all the Jacksons.
No, their story is not. It's a happy ending, but the journey was rough.
The journey is rough, and this was a part of that journey right here. And I just heard of this today. You want to read that one, B?
Michael Jackson's half-sister, Giovanni, was born the day after he turned 16. She wasn't welcomed by the family, and he never truly acknowledged her. Now, like you said, as far as the kids, I mean, yeah, I think they said the only one that really spent time with her was Rebe.
Yes.
Rebe was the one that brought
Peace to Cousin Nell.
brought her around the family once she found out about it.
Yeah.
The rest of the family, it seemed like Rebe always been the one that had normal brain. The rest of them was a little out there, and I think it was
No doubt.
I think it was because Joe and Rebe never had a relationship like that. Like he didn't deal with her, she didn't deal with him.
Mm.
Like he didn't give her the discipline and stuff that he gave the rest of them, but she was the first one to get up out of there. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, she was probably the only one that didn't have to go through what the rest of them went through. That's why I think she turned out like, I don't want to be famous. I don't want none of this.
It's so interesting hearing that. It's like, yo, they don't want to be famous,
Mm-mm.
but he was in charge of a family that became super
Yeah.
super duper successful
Mm-hmm.
to a point where it's like, but yo, his guidance was not bad. He was on point with it.
No, I mean it was a means to an end. I mean, you don't like his you don't like his method. I mean, you look at the Serena sister. I mean, the Williams sisters.
No doubt.
They dad was hard on them, but it paid off in the end. Would they trade it in? That's a question that I guess they have to answer, but I doubt it. I doubt that.
I doubt if
Venus,
they would.
Especially Venus and Serena, I doubt that they would trade in their childhood for the success they got from tennis. Because I don't think they would be who they are if their dad didn't push like he did. And he pushed them and pushed for them.
He did.
Like he was hard on the industry itself.
He used to have $1 million on the check-in.
You know?
Yeah.
Nah, he wasn't just hard on them. Anybody that was in their circle got the business. He didn't play, man. He didn't play with them. And Joe Jackson was the same way, except for, he did some things on the side that kind of benefit him. He didn't seem like he didn't always have his kids' best interests at heart.
Sometimes it was more monetary.
It was more of this is y'all doing this for me, not I'm doing this for y'all. So I think that's where a lot of people got mad at Joe, because it was like, you doing, this is for you, Joe. This ain't for the kids.
Absolutely.
And I think the Williams father, the Williams, I think it was really for the girls. I do feel that way, because he turned money down.
Who, Joe did?
No, the
Venus, Williams. Yeah.
Their father would turn things down, like, nah.
I ain't jacking that right there. No, I'll feel you. When it comes to these families, though, I'm like,
she look like
this.
that.
It does. This happens in so many. Everybody ain't got the same daddy, y'all. Everybody ain't got the same mother.
No.
But you are a family.
Yes.
And I'm like, damn, I don't know my message I want to put out here, but I'm like, yo, you don't control what your parents do.
Right.
We should still love each other. You're still family. Yeah. Like, I'm trying to understand.
I think
what was the disconnect? Yeah. What was the hate so much with this part right here?
It's hard. I can understand the kids,
I can understand. I've been there.
Because, the way they were raised so strict and everything like that, to find out that their dad had another kid that supposedly heard he was really, really loving with.
Said he used to go to Disney World with, this would have me crack it up. Yeah. I'm reading it. They was like, since they was Jehovah's Witness.
Right.
Every Christmas, he would go with them to Orlando and have a great time for years. Would get this off. They said that the wife knew what was going on.
Catherine knew.
They said Catherine knew for years.
But that's why she filed for divorce the first time, but she didn't leave him.
Because of the religion or something like that.
Then the second time, I think she filed, then that was it.
Yeah, man. Joe, look, man. Joe was getting his, and it the cost you got to pay. The piece of Miss Piles.
The half sister said, they could all kiss her. You know what? So.
Damn, that's tough right there.
Yeah. Like I said, people had mixed emotions. A lot of people were mad at the half sister, saying that you can't force people to accept you, and that's true.
You can't.
You can't force. But to be angry at her for being born,
for being related to me.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that still is your family, but you don't have to have a relationship with them if you don't want to.
But you don't have to
hate them. You don't have to hate them.
That's my part.
You don't have to hate them. You don't have to be friends either, but you don't have to hate them. I understand the circumstance. They were jealous, too. They were jealous because they heard all the stories about how Joe treated her better than them. And then she was calling him daddy. They said that's what triggered
I'm like...
That's what triggered them when she called him daddy, and they weren't allowed to call him that.
Had to call him Joseph.
They had to call him Joseph. So they were like, man, this chick get all the good stuff. She got the good side of him.
Damn.
So I guess that hurt. That they looked at her, that was jealousy and anger towards their father. They was portrayed it through her, but I mean, I'm pretty sure she's okay.
I'm sure. Look, a lot of us go through it in life, and we persevere. We keep it going. Peace to Cousin Bill on the check-in. Peace to everybody on the check-in. Peace to Katie on the check-in. We all here, man. It's a lot of stuff that's going on in this world that's different. I was just speaking to the homie, and she was like, getting back to the prom. We talking about this prom season. And one thing, peace to Timon on the check-in. Make sure y'all get that 8 by Hubbard. Make sure y'all get that on all streaming platforms. It's there, one of the best poetry albums on the planet. Y'all know about it. So what I was taught was what I learned today was what do they call it? When you ask like an engagement for the prom, like when you ask a big what do you call that thing? I didn't have that. I was on 3-way talking to my prom date, like, yo, what you doing?
What they call a proposal?
Yeah, a promposal. I didn't.
No, I mean I've seen it on TV.
This is a deal. This happens out here.
Nah, I think it's depending on your town, your culture. But I think it's been going on for forever. Like you give them a note, like, would you come into prom with me? Like it's a thing.
Piece of Sabredo on check.
And they have different creative ways of asking the girl.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I have his friends write a sign and have a sign up, and they got all these different antics of how they asked the girl out for the prom.
I'm like, damn, y'all fancy.
In our school, it wasn't like that.
It wasn't like that. I'm like, it was almost. I remember a few girls my sophomore year asking me in my junior year, but I had girlfriends and I was, trying to be a good guy. I'm like, look, I got a girlfriend, can't do it. Should have did it. Probably would have had a great time at that prom. Maybe I would have lost it a little bit sooner. But hey,
I was going to go to the prom by myself because the one that I wanted to take was not living in New Jersey at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I still should have asked because it probably would have came up for it.
Probably,
and
B. You the sole survivor.
Crazy part about it was she ended up coming to my prom because I didn't ask and somebody else did.
Get out of here.
But it was cool, but I was coaxed into asking somebody that I didn't even think was even trying to go to the prom with me. But her friends was like, dropping all these hints.
Yeah.
Like, man, she ain't got nobody to go with. She waiting on somebody to ask me. Just kept hitting me with this and with that. And I'm like,
message.
Y'all talking about me? They were like, yeah. I'm like, oh, well, yeah. So then when I asked her, it was a big thing. But yeah, it was cool.
Promposal.
I was actually pleasantly surprised by the person that wanted me to ask them.
So were you more happy with even though you didn't ask the other one, were you satisfied with who you went with?
No, I was definitely satisfied with
okay.
who I went with. But the one I had knew the other one for a long time.
Okay.
But the other was like we were just cool in school. We were just friends. We all knew the same people, but it wasn't like me and her never had nothing. So that was a kind of surprise.
Them pictures last forever. You don't want to look back at that picture like, damn, why him?
Nah. I look back.
Why her?
I look back at young Barron. I said, you did all right.
All right, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Young soul survivor.
You did okay.
Young soul survivor say, I'm not mad at mine.
Yeah, I did all right.
I'm definitely not mad at mine. I went to prom a few times. I ain't mad at none of them.
He sound like my man Hush.
He's like he went to a few.
A bunch of proms.
Went to a few proms.
I went to like 3 proms, man.
Went to some out of state, some different schools.
It's a crazy part. I don't even think he went to his own.
Nah.
That's crazy. But yeah, I don't think he went to his own prom.
Shout out to Hush. Good people's right there, but
yeah, man.
A lot of things that's going on, man. One of the things with the prom, end of the night.
Mm-hmm.
End of the night, some people get lucky. So what's in bases? What's first base? Is first base kissing?
Yeah.
So first base is kissing. So you might be happy if you get a kiss. Now I didn't kiss my prom date. We wasn't like that. That was my homegirl and everything.
Well, actually, I don't even know. First base not really kissing.
Is first base is that second base? I don't know.
First base is just basically going out together.
Okay, first base going out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, holding hands.
That's holding hands?
Out. Yeah, holding hands going out.
Uh-huh.
Second base is when you start kissing.
Second base is kissing.
Yeah.
Y'all, some of y'all was second basing real early out there. Y'all, shame on y'all.
Third base is what me and P was talking about earlier. Smell my finger.
Ooh, sticky, icky. Some of y'all fresh.
That's third base. Smell my finger.
Don't be third basing y'all. That's going to prom.
Class trips.
Ooh,
In the back
sitting next to her.
Jeez.
put your bag over you.
Oh,
We good. Put the towel. We go coming from doing. Oh, let me stop.
Somebody's daughter.
Oh man, some of y'all being too grown. Stop going on them bases. Man, I saw something that's making second base a little easier in life. It says,
oh no.
It says Chinese people have created the device that allows realistic kisses for long distance relationships with silicone. Lips and sensors that reproduce the movements in real time. It uses pressure sensors and motion sensors to detect how a person kisses, device, speed, force, and warmth.
That's scary.
So now you FaceTime because y'all got this long distance relationship. I remember it was just Skype and piece the rollie on the check-in. But some of y'all had these Skype relationships. Now you ain't got a Skype no more. You got FaceTime. You can do that. You got Google Meets, whatever y'all got. But now you got this kissing device so you could feel like you kissing your boo.
Okay, so we know we going with this.
So are we... Yo, guys, are y'all ladies, are y'all trying to get that right there? Some of them might be saying, yo, that looks a little rosy. It might remind them of a rose, put a mustache on top. I don't know. Are we going to start buying, maybe not you and I, anybody on the check-in, are y'all going to buy this little kissing apparatus that y'all stick to your phone so when y'all not with y'all boo, because I know some of y'all be on that phone to my give me kiss. Y'all do that. Everybody on this check-in has given a kiss on the phone, almost putting your lips on your little dirty phone. Are y'all just going to now buy that device now? Do you think people are going to buy that?
Sure. People are going to buy it. Just like people bought blow-up dolls and rubber dolls. This is the only beginning. First, they're going to kiss them, and then the next step is they're going to have a lifelike doll looking like you, and they're going to be able to do it.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the step. We kissing robots now. That's where we going with it. That's the first step right there. Kissing robots.
Whatever happened to just imagination?
No, we don't have imagination anymore because everything's in front of us.
Damn.
It's hard to imagine things. You see everything now.
See everything too much. Y'all gonna be kissing.
Technology is messing up your imagination.
Man, it's tough.
Yeah, technology messes up imagination, man.
It
can grow it as well, but it definitely stunts some of it.
It does.
This is ridiculous. That mouth looked like the mouth from the Little Shop of Horrors.
Feed me Seymour.
Hey, come on, man. Hey,
yo,
how desperate are you, though?
This is the thing. Some people are so desperate out here, they do anything for love, for affection.
You said long distance. I mean, so how long is the distance? You're never gonna see each other.
So, yo, I've had
never gonna be around.
I've had relationships with out of state. I remember my cousin had some out of the country, and I remember he was like, "Nah, yo, we Skype each other." And this before we had the iPhones and everything. And I'm like, all right. And some of y'all are nasty out there. Y'all be doing stuff to each other over the phone.
What they call
entertaining.
Sexting?
Yeah, but sexting with FaceTime me, baby. Y'all do stuff like that.
Yeah,
some of y'all out there.
To me, that's natural.
That's natural. That's natural. But now when you're doing it with the lips that come with it,
yeah, it's weird.
That's weird. That's what I'm like, where is the point where like, yo, that's weird.
I mean, that's just like people that have sex with the rubber dolls. That they spend thousands of dollars on these lifelike dolls.
It's weird.
And yeah. Yep.
It's getting weird out here, man.
Soon the dog's gonna be able to talk to you, and then now it's on.
Then y'all don't want to have a companion.
Then you're gonna have a fake girlfriend, fake boyfriend.
Oh, man. Speaking of these girlfriends and boyfriends, I read this beat right here. It says, because ladies, what can you give your husband that you haven't given another man? So not what you're giving your boyfriend.
Right.
Not what you're giving your fiance, your husband. And maybe somebody on the check, maybe somebody's married on here and can say something. I don't know. What can a woman give you that they haven't given another man?
Well, if they're talking about sex, it could be things that she hasn't done with men because she wanted to wait till she got married.
Okay.
I think that's a possibility.
Is sex pretty much probably the main thing they're talking about when they say this?
I would think so. I would think that's what the question is talking about. Whoever said this question is basically trying to prove that your husband ain't special.
Yo, and this is what I'm trying to understand because
it's giving me that vibe.
I'm getting the same type vibe right there because it's like I'm only doing that for my husband. I'm only doing, and I'm like, well, damn, you ain't married,
right?
So what? How you know your husband? You gonna give that to him?
I think some women might be withholding certain things sexually because they waiting for a husband.
So I'm hearing.
I don't know if that's common or not. I don't speak to women about that, but I've heard it before.
We got women on check-in. I've heard it's supposed to be a child. Well, that's not a lot for a lot of people.
Well, but yeah, that's a good answer.
It's supposed to be a child.
That's definitely a good answer.
I've heard a woman say, "I'm only gonna have a threesome if it's with my husband."
That's bugged out. That don't make any sense.
But this is what I heard before.
That's the opposite. That's backwards.
And their logic was, well, if we're married, it's not like you could just get up out and leave the relationship.
Why are you getting married then? If you want to go into a marriage thinking you want to have sex with other people, why be married?
Man, nowadays, they got people that has 3-4 women.
I mean, if
you
marry, if it depends. Well, I guess we're talking about marrying for love.
No doubt.
But people aren't marrying for love like that anymore.
Oh, man.
People are marrying for security and other reasons. So I get that, but that's still bugged out to me. Like, you get married and you're already planning on stepping out. Because once you open that door, once you open that door, once you think about it, ain't nothing free.
Ain't nothing free.
So your wife letting you have threesomes. What you think?
This is gonna be.
What you think she doing?
Yeah, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different, y'all.
You can't have all the fun.
You can't. It said right here. It says, okay, so now we're talking about what they could do for you. That's different. And it said y'all are having sex with men but refusing to cook for them. And it said, me when a man asked me to cook for him, she pointing to the ring finger like I need to be married.
So nobody's eating. How y'all eating?
Y'all got to go eat out.
Every time.
Y'all Uber eating.
All the time.
Or he's cooking.
So she don't want to cook?
She don't want to cook for him because she feels that's what I'm supposed to do for my husband.
Well, how you think you're going to be marketable if you don't even know if you could cook or not? Not saying every man cares about that, but I'm saying maybe it is a thing for him.
I'm sure.
Like I said, some men don't care. Some men don't care if their women cook or not.
No doubt. Some men could cook. Some men you get busy in the kitchen, B.
Right. Well, I mean, like I said, I'm more worried about housekeeping.
No doubt.
Than cooking because, like you said, I can cook, so I'm not necessarily dependent on anybody to cook for me. But I do like a person that keeps a nice house.
Got you on that.
You know, and that it's a neat. You won't come in the house junky all the time.
They got you on that.
You know, so it's good to come home to a nice house or a nice place wherever you stay. That it's neat. You know, it ain't stuff all clothes all over the floor. You know, you don't have just chaos. You know, I like that.
No, I feel you. Stepping into peace.
Yeah, stepping into peace. You know,
stepping into peace is definitely needed. So any women who are out here and have this mentality, and even if you can't cook, you better bring something else to the table. You better bring some type of peace. So however your peace is, but I hope it's more than just opening your legs or your mouth.
My thing though is that isn't that different than what the tradition was to cook for a man to
kind of show him.
Wouldn't that saying the way to a man's heart is through his stomach?
Through his stomach, and that can work.
So now if you saying, well, no, I'm not even going to give you a preview of what you could have. I thought most women give you a preview,
a little sample
of what you could have.
At least a little bourbon chicken or something.
Like that's the whole point of courting. Even from a man's perspective, you're doing things for her to show her your worth. You know. No woman don't want no man that can't even help her carry bags.
Word.
You know what I mean? Or what if your man say, you know what, I ain't fixing nothing if you ain't my wife. I ain't fixing nothing for you. I ain't changing your tire. I ain't screwing no bulbs and I ain't doing nothing because you ain't my wife.
Because you, damn.
You think he'll get married?
Yeah, word.
Maybe though in these days.
Maybe.
But I'm just saying, that don't seem marketable.
I don't see that happening. And y'all, it is a market out here, man.
That's what it is.
You got to sell yourself to get the loving. You have to do something.
You can't just look good. That ain't enough.
Yo, Man, B, speaking of that right there, piece of Keisha on the check-in, LIU's finest. Man, we got, speaking of marketing yourself, I was reading this and it said Simi was the first, y'all know this movie Coming to America, one of our favorites in our community. Simi was the first ninja documented to do it for the gram. Bro lied his way to the flexed all his homie stuff, and Patrice fell for it. He sold himself with Akeem's belongings, the stuff that the hot tub, even the title saying that he's a prince.
Yes,
and it worked.
It will work. It will work for a little while.
For a little while,
yeah. But her agenda, she had an agenda too, though.
Let's talk about it.
She wanted a rich man because her sister was dating one.
Baby, you're a rich man too.
So when she saw that he had money. But first, she liked Akeem just because she liked him.
Mm-hmm.
She thought he was just, nice-looking guy. But then when she found out he had money,
the boy got money.
That's when things changed.
Things change, and it's sometimes guys and girls, they will sell, especially guys will sell you something different because this is what is attractive. I'm reading something. It was a leaked text. Now some of that stuff I don't know if it's real or not, but it was breaking down how you should get these guys to like you. And we see like the same prototype of a woman with a lot of these athletes.
Yeah.
The same.
There's a look.
It's a look. The same one I think Cat Williams was talking about.
Yes.
That look. It happens so often where it's almost like, look like this, you get this guy.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow him on draft day, a little bit in college, almost to the point where it's like, if I have his baby, we locked in for life.
Yes.
It's happening so often. It's crazy.
It locks her in financially.
Financially.
It might not stay with you.
Might not.
A lot of relationships don't last, but they got babies.
And now you got these names, you got these shows you could be on if you had his baby. Not Real Housewives, but it's Basketball Wives and all that, Football Wives. And I'm like, y'all not even wives.
Love and hip hop.
Y'all not even wives out here.
No.
Most
of them not.
But you're getting even more fame for being associated with that person.
Yeah, you're right. What you call it, made a living off of being Shaq's wife.
Shawnee O'Neal. They had something talking about they don't even change their last names now.
No, look at R. Kelly. Look at his wife. She said all that stuff about him. She ain't changed her last name.
But you want your own identity. It's real hypocritical out here with stuff that's going on, man. Got these guys that are making it. Just had the NFL draft. And talking about prioritizing. We're talking about with people not prioritizing their money with the prime. Are they spending enough? Not too much. Sometimes we get money, we have this survivor's remorse. We got to take care of everybody. ESPN had a special called Broke.
Yeah.
And on that special, they were saying the statistics. Sorry, it took a while for that one, y'all. I'll still get a point for that. It for professional athletes that go broke within a certain amount of years. And I think NFL was number one for people losing their money, losing their fortune after they obtain it. And I'm looking at this young man, this article on it real quick on the gram, and I'm like, it says Chiefs 29th overall pick Peter Woods purchased multiple Maserati SUVs for his mother and sister last night after he was drafted. He spent $1.5 million plus on the cars. Peter will only make $500,000 per year after taxes. And I'm like, are we?
That's a person that doesn't or not listening to a financial advisor. Because if he had a financial advisor or anybody with any kind of financial, knowledge would have told him, but these cars these cars don't appreciate. And it's not like you bought collector items that they can just sell back for more than what you paid for. So as you drove those Maseratis off the lot, they all went down. They all depreciated. So you just lost 1.5. You can't get back. Can't get back, and now you got to do more. Your salary is not going to be enough to pay your bills because now you if you bought cars for them, you're probably buying more stuff for them. Houses and
everything.
Taking everybody on vacations and
Is it fair for these young men? I saw something with Allen Iverson saying, said sister and mom is crazy for accepting him too. Bill, I get it. I get it. I see something with Allen Iverson. I think it was his Hall of Fame speech. I'm seeing like chopped up versions of it.
Okay.
And it says, thank you for all the friends that showed me your true colors. I'm paraphrasing it. That turned their back on me. So now I know I can recognize y'all even sooner.
Right.
This happens a lot of times when you have success.
Mm-hmm.
And now you obtain this amount of money, and now people feel like, well, you owe me. Because I've been down. I've been to day one. Right. I'm your brother.
Yeah.
I'm your mother. I'm your father.
More money, more problems. That's
more
what they say.
more money.
Yeah, no, I mean,
more problems.
If you come into money, everything around you changes, especially the people you've been around. Some people can't be friends after somebody makes it if they don't come along with them. Because sometimes you became friends because of the struggle. So if you became friends through a struggle and one of you get out and feel like the other one didn't bring you up, it would be resentment. And then also your attitude about things change. If somebody got money and you don't, just conversations are different. How can I talk to you about my financial problems like we used to? I can't talk to you about being broke. You don't understand that anymore.
No doubt.
So I don't even want to bring it up because it might make me feel like you think I'm asking for money. So it goes both ways. The person that I don't want you to feel like I'm hanging with you because you got money, especially when we was already friends.
That's real.
But at the same time, it's who you trust now when you get money, when everybody around you is broke.
I think now I feel you on that. B on the check and it says none of them were used to having money. It should be mandatory that they have a financial advisor assigned and be held accountable. I'm feeling the fact that we got these NIL deals and these kids are making money. Young men and women are making money in college. I think will be a smoother transition to having more financial literacy. If this is, and now they're making money in high school,
right.
large amounts.
You can't make them listen though. You can have an advisor, but that don't mean you're gonna listen to them. Yeah. You know what I mean? That advisor, that's all they are. They're advising you. They telling you what you shouldn't and shouldn't do, what you shouldn't do with your money, but they can't make you.
And now it's going to be a generational gap and a financial gap from, when I played football, yeah, son, I played this, I did that. When I ran track, did this and that. But you ain't make money like me, Pop.
No, not nowhere near.
Now you're making this money in high school, you're making this money in college, more than I probably ever made in my life right now on what you're making. How are you going to listen to me when you can say I'm more successful than you financially by getting here, when really it's just a different opportunity in time?
Well, yeah, I mean, people that got real sense will know that everything changes. Salaries change every year. Every year somebody new come to your job can make more than you, and you've been there for 10 years. That's just the way it goes. So to say that you're more successful than somebody that, for instance, let's do Deion Sanders. His son probably got way more money than he did at the age that he is. But we know what Deion was. He got top dollar at the time. And his son not getting top dollar at now. So
for this time.
Right. So if you look at it, yeah, son, you might be more money than me, but I was still more successful than you at this period in my career.
No doubt.
Because I was the top earner. You are not the top earner. You just earn more than me because time just changed.
No doubt.
That's it. So... But yeah, like my man said, for the mom to take the money, to take the cars, to step the cars, that go to show you where they are mentally as well.
And it's too many people out here like that.
If he don't get people around him, he gonna be another statistic as being a broke athlete. Because the football careers don't last like basketball careers.
They don't.
Or baseball.
They don't.
And the money is not guaranteed most of the time unless you are an elite player. Only elite players get guaranteed money.
That's real.
Everybody else don't get it. I don't care who you are. Second string, you probably not getting guaranteed money. Third string, neither. Even some of the starters.
They're not getting that money
No,
like that.
They're not getting it.
You're going to have to find another career. We were talking about that, I think, last week or a few weeks ago. Like, look, you could be done with this, but find another joy, find another path, even if you had that money.
He could have took that 1.5 and invested in some real estate.
Something.
I mean, I could say that's his first check probably. So let's see.
Hopefully he gets more.
If he calms down and the next check he gets.
Maybe. What about if he lease it? Maybe they leased it. And they got it. I don't know.
That'll do nothing for your credit.
Oh man, we'll see.
I don't know. I think this is a lot for 2 cars, 3 cars.
That is.
Damn, what kind of cars? Maserati cost that much?
I don't know. Y'all fancy people out there know how
I
much.
don't know Maseratis costing that much.
I don't know.
I hope that's not a true statement.
I hope it's not a true statement either. Do you think, whether true or false, we can say make your money, make your money, make money. Absolutely. Do we have mature enough viewers where we can do something hypothetical on this show without catching a backlash? Do you feel we have?
Sure, I think so.
You think they mature enough, supportive enough, where it's going to be no backlash just because we did this for entertainment's sake?
Yeah.
All right, so I saw something, right? And I was like, let me holler at the Soul Survivor, because we both was rocking out in this time. We, a little age difference. But we talking about, it's Friday night in 1995. P, you could join this too if you want. Because B just said it's going to be no backlash.
Nah, we should be fine.
We're going to be fine. It's Friday night in 1995. Who you going to see? You can only choose one. And they look like it's 1995 right here with their clothes on. So you got Kim, left-hand corner. And it says, what she says, come over here tonight. The food is cooking, and we can watch a movie. That's Kim. Mm-hmm. Number 80, Jerry Wright. Look, y'all know it's 90s. Y'all see the phone that she has. You got Kelly on the right. I bought some tickets to go to the Knicks game. Ooh, mm-hmm. Kelly, she looked like one of them girls from Piscataway that got a nice basement right there. That's Kelly. Now you got Stacy. I set reservations for us to go out to eat, and I'm paying. Whew. Reservations that y'all know they ain't a buffet. We talking about 1995. What had reservation? Red Lobster? Probably a good one, 95?
Probably.
It says, now you got Laura. I don't have much since I just paid my bills, but come over and I'm going to make your night worthwhile. P, who you picking, P? P, you want to grab a mic? P said, I'm going to let y'all know who he's going to pick. Which one is yours? Maybe 6 or? 6, yeah. All right. P said he's going to let us know.
Well, honestly, in this scenario, that would mean that I'm a single man.
Yes, you are a single man. At this time. And this is 1995, y'all.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Everybody, 1995, he's single.
Yeah, we single. We all single in this
95,
scenario,
y'all.
This scenario.
I might have picked them all. I might have had this schedule out right. I'm just saying.
That's the honest
I'm with
answer.
you. I'm with you.
I'm pretty sure that's not everybody. So a few people got that same answer.
And I'm being listen.
But this 95.
It could be worked out.
It could
the timeline could be worked out.
They could have your whole day.
I could have them.
Spread out. I'm with you. I like that. Look, you got enough love. You got a lot of love in your heart.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Everything up there is a good situation.
It's a lot of great situations right here.
Great situations. You know what I'm saying?
What is your agenda for the day is the question.
My agenda is to enjoy it all. Because
I
want, you know what I'm saying? I want the food. I like to eat.
No doubt.
Watch a quick early movie, maybe. Do that first. So it's 2 each. So this is what I might do. So do Kim first, right?
Okay.
Hit Kim up first.
You staying for the movie with Kim?
Yeah, do it early.
Okay.
Early dinner.
No, it's Friday night.
Oh, it's Friday night.
Yeah, it's Friday night in 95. So you only got the night.
It's not Friday. It's Friday night.
You only got the night.
You only got the night.
That'd be
You
tough.
might
to-
can swing too, but I don't know about all four.
Yeah, just Friday night.
I probably couldn't get off. I probably couldn't get off 4 in one night then. So, I probably have to go with Stacy then first.
Okay.
Stacy, then hit up Kelly for the game. Then after the game, hook up with Laura because she want to make the night right.
You know,
She ain't got much,
She ain't got much.
but she gonna give me what she got.
And she's still gonna be there.
Now Stacy gonna give you a problem because she just paid her money.
Nah.
She just spent some money on you. She ain't gonna want you to just say bye and leave. After the dinner, she ain't gonna want you to bounce on her after she just paid for y'all.
You know, babe, I'm a little tired. I got an early start in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Could we finish this up tomorrow night?
This is DJ Smooth
So
P.
let's say, so your agenda is to have a good time, but you stay at the end of the night trying to hit pay dirt.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's Friday night,
Yeah.
1995.
1995, y'all. This is what we talking about.
I'm saying.
1995. Thank you, P. We appreciate that right there. We definitely do. B, who you going with right here, B?
Man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm probably looking at Kim.
Looking at Kim.
Yeah, because
She got the Knicks game.
No, Kelly got the Knicks game.
Kelly got the Knicks game.
I'm good.
Kim.
Nah,
Cooking up.
She
Come
got
on.
the dinner. And we're gonna watch a movie, and it's kind of hard for me to believe that's it. So I'm about to get a home cooked meal.
Okay.
I love watching movies,
No doubt.
and it's hard for me to believe that's it.
I got you.
She gonna catch that like rice.
Yo, damn. So hold up. Yo. She come over. Damn. Laura, she hungry though.
Laura ain't got nothing at her house.
She ain't got nothing. She said, damn, but she gonna make the night
No, she
worthwhile.
gonna give you cheeks. She already told you that.
So if I eat before I get there,
Yeah, I got some quick dates, boy, because it's Friday night.
yo, it's Friday night, so I'm just trying to think, man, I don't want to be like P and get two. I would never want to be like that, but it's 1995, and I really ain't cared too much in 1995.
Nah, I know I didn't either.
So I'm like, yo, Stacy's paying. I'm not a Knicks fan anyway, but it depends. If they playing Mike and them, no, did he come back yet? If she got tickets to when they play Mike when he came back with the 4 or 5, definitely at that game. But I could see me with Laura. Laura looked like, yo, I could do my 1-2. I'm gonna be late anyway, and she gonna still be up. So I think I'm sliding the Laura credit. Laura look like she sound like she's gonna do some nasty things to make me feel good.
Well, I just know when women cook for you, that's the sign.
That's a sign.
Oh yeah, they want you to be comfortable.
They do. They
They be watching the movie. It's gonna be dark in there. Hey, I'm all right with Kim.
Nah.
We
Kim gonna make sure you right.
We be good.
She gonna make sure you right. She's
The next game.
what
I'm
you think
good.
Kim cooking? 95. She cooking voila, rice-a-roni.
Now she probably might be making spaghetti.
She making spaghetti. Kim look like she can make some spaghetti. Said the box mac and cheese. Not Kim.
Hey, maybe because back then I didn't really care if she tried. I was impressed with women trying at that age.
I was just happy that it's on the plate. It could be styrofoam. I'm cool. I don't. Yeah.
Going out to eat, I'll pass on that.
Stacy look like she gonna take your rugby. Like she gonna ask to borrow your shirt.
Stacy got the money.
Stacy do like she got money.
Yeah, Stacy got.
Look at that lamp. That look like good copper right
Stacy
there.
got the money. She said she paying for everything.
I got reservations.
And I'm paying. Yeah, women don't pay and want you to leave after that.
That's when like you wasn't making reservations online. You had to call, and you felt like you had to stick to that word with reservations.
Yeah, she treating.
She treating.
You don't get that often.
Nah, you don't. She look a little nice though. Maybe too.
No,
and
it's
her
crazy
prob-
because she probably the best one out of all of them.
she probably is.
But
And look at us being like she looked too nice.
Nah, I'm gonna say Kim too. Kim cooking.
Kim is cooking.
Kim cooking. I don't like. I'm not a 49ers fan, but you know.
Damn, I'm be with Laura terrible. Hey Laura.
Well, it might make you a sandwich though. She said she ain't got much. She ain't say she don't have nothing.
I'm gonna pick up
She paying her bills, so she's responsible.
I'm gonna pick up Italian cheeseburger.
They all like P said, it's all four. You can't lose.
You
Man,
can't
no matter
lose. You
which way
can't
you
lose,
go.
man. That's what I'm talking about,
You
man.
can't lose. Which way you go, they all pretty girls.
Shout out to all my pretty ladies out there.
Yeah.
That was 1995, y'all. Don't get offended. That's just what we would have did in 95. We ain't talking about 2000 and now. We talking about 1995.
Hypothetical.
Hypothetical. That's what we would have did. That's where we would have been. And right now, peace to everybody that's here with us. Shout out to all my barbers and shout out to all my stylists. Peace to everybody when it comes to prime time. Be responsible out there, y'all. We are Beards and Baldheads. We'll see y'all next week.